It is Monday night right now. It is 10:40 p.m. and my sleep schedule is unusual because I'm actually falling asleep. I usually go to sleep like around 11, but I got tired like around 9:30 when Raw finished. So yeah, and I didn't watch a single second of this race on Saturday, so I rewatched the entirety of it from scratch today. Took me a while because Raw happened in the middle of it, so I watched that. But then now I came back, watched the final 155 laps. Because like when I came home, I came home like around 5. I watched it, started watching it, got 255 laps in, and then started watching Raw, watched that from start to finish, and then came back here, watched the last 150 or so laps. So yeah, if that isn't dedication, then what is? So yeah, welcome to another review. Yeah, I'm really tired, so we're gonna try and do this as correctly as possible because I want to do this in one take and not multiple. So yeah, we're gonna be going over the most recent NASCAR Cup race from Richmond. So yeah, starting off with Joe. Let's talk about Joe Logano, the winner. He's on a late season surge, man. No denying this. This entire race, basically, it was kind of owned by Briscoe and Logano. It was owned by Blaney in the first stage, but didn't really see him much for the second half. But Joe Logano, man, I mean, it's just undeniable how his talent is. I mean, yeah, he had a really slow start in the first half of the year, but the second half, especially with a short track run, and Indianapolis too, don't deny that. All these short tracks are really favoring into Logano's wheelhouse. I think he was around 18th to 20th a month ago, and now he's here in ninth in the standings. We're gonna go over the standings in just a minute, but that's just insane talent that Joe Logano has. I really do feel like he is now a championship threat. I've been a denier of it the entire season, but there's no denying it now. He proved me wrong. He proved a lot of people wrong on Saturday, so props to Joe Logano. So yeah, let's go over the results real quick. It was Logano that got the win. Briscoe ended up second. His best Richmond race ever. His first ever top 10 at Richmond. And yeah, he was close. He was the fastest car at the end of it, but dirty air once again is unfortunately a topic. So, but Briscoe still got an amazing finish. I got second. How about Austin Cindric in third? Austin Cindric. I said last week he needed a spark if he wanted to give a cushion between himself and that cut line, and that's exactly what he did. I mean, he was hanging around the top 10 the entirety of the race. He started 23rd, I believe, too. And now he's 15th in the standings, plus 57. So how about that for Austin Cindric? Great run for him as well. Penske as a whole ran pretty well this entire race, so that's pretty nice to see there. Denny Hamlin ends up fourth. Could have been a better result, but pit stops, green flag pit stops didn't really help him too much. Chase Elliott top 5, he got fifth. Kyle Larson. And how about Kyle Larson? I want to give a big shout out to Larson as well because he ran this race and the race at Knoxville after this. So yeah, there was always a scheduling conflict, like the Knoxville Nationals. I think I don't even know, but it was a dirt race, obviously. That was set to compete with this NASCAR race, and Larson prioritized this race. But there was a big rain delay, so Larson finished sixth here at Richmond, and then immediately just sprinted all the way to Knoxville. Like people tracked his flight. It was honestly pretty insane to see. I obviously didn't see it live, but it's pretty insane just looking back at it because I got home like at 3. I got home on Sunday morning at 3 in the morning, so I was barely catching up. I'm like, wow, Larson really, and he won the Knoxville race too. So gotta give gigantic props to Larson. Just that's an insane amount of dedication to do in one day, insane amount of planning as well. So props to Larson. Christopher Bell ends up seventh. He tried a different pitch strategy, but didn't really end up working out. Ended up fading. Josh Berry, man, he's been on a really good run. He got eliminated from the playoffs. I used the P word, sorry. He got eliminated from the chase on Saturday, but it was still a really good run. Yeah, I think the last 3 races he had a top 10. Top 10 at Indy, top 10 at Iowa, and now top 10 here. So Josh Berry, he's really trying to get it right for next season, and I applaud that. So he's been doing pretty well there. And running at your top 10 is both Bart and Bowman. So yeah, all of Hendrick got a top 10, which I think is pretty cool, but yeah, that's pretty much what it. So let's go over the standings now. Denny Hamlin is still leading the standings, obviously. He got another good finish here today, or on Saturday, sorry. Ryan Blaney gets second because I think Ty Gibbs, he got trapped a lap down at one point, and then, yeah, never really recovered from that. I think he got around 14th, if I'm not mistaken, so that's pretty much it there. He moves down to third in the standings. Blaney moves up to second. I think Blaney finished a few spots ahead of Gibbs. I think they were both a lap down, though. Reddick ends up fourth in the standings, but he did have a good or a decent finish, I would say that. After Saturday's race, I mean, he's been stuck like finishing 30th, 36th, got dead last at Iowa last week. But this week it was a pretty stable race for that 45 team. He ends up 11th, so that's pretty cool there. Briscoe ends up 5th. I think he was a driver that clinched his way into the chase. I think a few more clinch as well, but for now, this is what I have confirmed. But I think there's a little bit more. So if I'm mistaken, sorry about that. Elliott in sixth, Bell in seventh, Larson up to eighth, I think, because he was as low as 10th, but now he's in eighth. Joe Logano, man, I said it earlier. I mean, from 18th last month to ninth year, insane amount of props to that 22 team. They really turned it around. Chris Buescher, quiet, but he's consistent. He's still 10th. Hocevar, yeah, I didn't really mention Hocevar at all in this race. Hocevar blew a motor, I'm pretty sure. Not really sure what happened. He had like a really bad miss shift or something. It was in the final stage, and it was during pit cycles. Both of these, the only two cautions that came out were during pit cycles. So you had that Zane Smith caution in the second stage, and then in the final stage you had Hocevar, I think miss shift or something happened, and mechanically, and it blew his car up, and he finished dead last, I believe. So yeah, he was in fifth not too long ago. That's insane how he dropped all the way to 11th. I mean, yeah, consistency is key in this format. So pretty nicely there. If it was last year's format, nobody would have cared because he would have already been in the playoffs because he already won Talladega. So yeah, but you gotta watch out. You know what I mean? So yeah, Suarez 13th. The Cindric ends up 15th. That's pretty insane there. And SVG increases his gap over, or not SVG's in 16th, but the gap increases between 16th and 17th. 50-point gap now between SVG and Priest. Priest needed a good run at Richmond. He qualified on the pole here last season, but unfortunately just couldn't get the job done. I think he finished multiple laps down. I think still in the top 20, but not the result he wanted, obviously. Not the result that any of those people in RFK needed. So yeah, that's pretty much about it there. I thought this race was good, honestly. It was on par with the Northwest Road race. Now I'm not even that old. I'm like 18. Well, I feel like I'm because I'm 18 and I'm getting tired at 10:50 in the afternoon or at night. Sorry, but yeah, I'm liking this style of racing. I don't know. Just seeing how all the different various strategies try playing out. I just think how the tire wear affects all the cars. Dirty air, yes, it still is an issue, but I still found this race decent. I'll say that. I'm gonna go to 3.3 out of 5. I thought it was generally okay. I thought it was decent. I thought it was intriguing. I'll say that. It wasn't like super boring like Indianapolis was. So that's gonna do it for this video. I really thank you for watching. I'm gonna go to sleep after I finish uploading this. So good night.